What? What is this? Lately, the TurboGrafx 16 has been getting a lot of attention, but back in 1989, that was a whole different story. Originally called the PC Engine in Japan, the TurboGrafx 16 was a collaboration between NEC and Hudson Soft, boasting Hudson Soft's own 8-bit microprocessor, the HUC 6280, but was caught in the crossfire between two gaming juggernauts, Nintendo and Sega. Though it was popular in Japan, the TurboGrafx 16 suffered in Europe and North America, and eventually failed due to lack of third-party developers and publishers, causing the TurboGrafx, along with its game library, to fade into obscurity. Its library of games actually wasn't that bad. In fact, it had a lot of good titles, like this one. It's called Bonk's Adventure. And it's in card form. Bonk's Adventure is a 2D platformer developed by Red Company and Atlas. It was released in 1989 for Japan, and then in North America in 1990. Originally, the game was called PC Genjin in Japan, a play on the word PC engine, but translates to PC Caveman in English. He was meant to be NEC's mascot at the time, but as the game was ported to other systems other than the TurboGrafx, it was eventually renamed. Of course, that's a short version of the story. As it stands, it's still a favorite amongst collectors and enthusiasts, even commanding a heavy price for the NES port. This, of course, is the TurboGrafx version. What do you think I am? Made of money? I don't like this. Alright, let's pop this son of a bitch in. So here's the title screen with our hero Bonk, looking like he's going through chemo. Hit start, and you're dropped into level 1, stage 1. Though the TurboGrafx 16 is utilizing an 8-bit processor, it's obvious that the graphics are leaps and bounds ahead of your conventional 8-bit graphics. Okay, so you know how Mario likes to jump on enemies and kick the shit out of them? Well, fuck that nonsense. Bonk headbutts his enemies like a motherfucker. He even does a diving headbutt attack and fucks everything up below. You gotta be precise with this attack though, because if you miss, you'll be stunned and you'll be open for getting the shit kicked out of you. Bonk's key to being such a bulbous-headed badass is fruits and veggies. He eats them, he gets health. Oh, and protein. You can't forget about protein. When Bonk eats one small piece of meat, he becomes stronger, and apparently acquires a nice tan. Bonk becomes so strong, when he slams his oversized gourd into the ground, it turns all of the enemies on the screen into stone. Eat 2 pieces of meat, and this Charlie Brown looking motherfucker becomes invincible for a short period of time. Look at this asshole. He's so feral, he climbs walls with his teeth. Tapping the jump button will help you ascend, but your thumbs will fall off before you even reach the top. This is where you utilize the controller's turbo switch and save your thumb the agony. In cliche fashion, Bonk can collect hearts for instant health. But there's one issue I have with this. They're stuck in the most impossible places. You can't get them. I've tried coming at them in all different directions. You either have to be lucky or some sort of butthole game wizard. Every stage is a new challenge. You're given different visuals and level setups, all with their own quirk that makes them unique. From volcanoes to water to ice, to even the digestive tract of a dinosaur. Why he couldn't just walk around, I don't even know. I don't think I've come across such good controls in a long time. Bonk's movements are tight and there's no issue with the responsiveness, but the turbo button will be your best friend. My only complaint is that Bonk's jumps are entirely too weak, and you'll be put in shitty situations during platforming segments all the time, and it'll get annoying quite quickly. Sound quality is spot on too, nothing displeasing about it at all. Sound effects when you hit an enemy are satisfying. The stage music is plentiful, catchy, and well composed. This is a super fun game to play, and there's absolutely no reason not to play it. Any complaints I have about this game are very minute. The game can become challenging, especially when you get overwhelmed by enemies during platforming segments. But as I said before, the game is fun, the music is catchy, the levels are unique, the controls are tight, and you'll be playing this until your thumbs hurt. Though the NES port commands a high price, you can find the TurboGrafx 16 card for about 30 bucks at a retro gaming store. If you find it, I say play it. That's my review for Bonk's adventure for the TurboGrafx 16. But it's not over yet, because I'm announcing that SushiRoboGO now has social media. You just can't escape social media. So that's why I've created the official SushiRoboGO Facebook and Twitter. This is where I can stay in touch with all my subs, you can stay up to date with content, news, and even contact me directly with questions or requests. I hope you enjoyed today's review, and if you did, please give me a like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.